Welcome back to some Celeste. I'm Dear Darling, and we'll face our inner demons and reach a summit together. Apparently my brain just completely frazzled after doing this level. I don't even know how long I've been doing this level for. Probably not that long. Yeah, I was talking about rhythmic gymnastics on our last episode. Previously on Celeste. I can't remember anything I said. Probably something like, oh, rhythmic gymnastics is pretty cool, huh? No! Why am I not good at this? It would be so much easier if I was just better. Better than ever. I can't remember where that's from. Sounds like a Benny song. I don't actually know if it is. Yeah, I don't know. What should we talk about? I always find it amusing when these sort of games turn into very much just me talking about random nonsense sort of games. Like the Animal Crossing vibes. Is it what people want? I don't know. I don't know what people want. I know what I want. I want to play this game. It's as simple as it gets, you know. Seafood, eat food. It's seafood diet. Sorry, terrible joke. Didn't even tell it as a joke. It's a bold way of telling a joke is I tell the punchline first and then I tell you the joke to get to the other side. So I did a quick chicken cross the road. That's like a next step up on anti-joke. It's not even an anti-joke. It's just like I'm ruining the joke for you. Joke ruiner. That's what we call me. It's a bit of a sad nickname, I suppose, if anything, really. It's like, aw. I just wanted to explain the joke to people. That's the joke. Sorry, I don't know what's going on. This is an absolute disaster of a commentary start of an episode. Yeah, I don't know. I just think rhythmic gymnastics is cool. Any sort of performative, artistic routine, I think is cool. Yeah, but the fact we got a meta. Imagine if they had a meta in other things. Like, imagine if, like, in football or something, football just, like, was different. Oh, you know what would be cool? Imagine if, like... I mean, tennis, I suppose, already has a bit of a meta. Because like, you can play on different, like, courts, right? Like, you can play on a clay court, it's different from a grass court, it's different from a whatever the standard one is. Oh my word. But, like, what if, instead of changing the court as well, you change the ball, you know? Sometimes you got, you know, regular old tennis balls. Other times you got like really non-bouncy like squash balls or something. Whoa! Did not mean to do that. But that's a potential shortcut thing you could do. I'm sure you could wall kick underneath that if you're really good, but I'm not, so I'm not going to do that. But like, what if you change your board as well? Because there's a thing. I used to go to a tennis club. That the tennis coach would do to try and train our reactions, I guess. I don't really know, but it was like this weird, very sort of knobbly ball. It was like I don't even know what shape it would be. You know those the wave, you know, wave breakers, like the things you see at the beach. Well, I've never actually seen one in real life, but I just know of their existence. They're kind of like that shape, except for like rounded. It's one of those balls. It's meant to bounce and it just goes in any direction. You have no idea which way it's going. And he used to like do things like that. Like he'd throw it at us and we'd have to go like run and like return it, but it would bounce so unpredictably. It was just like reaction based on, you know, 90% luck, I suppose, but still. Like, imagine if they played maybe not to that extreme degree of that sort of a wobbly ball, but like a lesser one, you know, a bit of a bumpy ball, something that would bounce a bit more unpredictably. I think I could make. I mean, I suppose tennis is already quite interesting, but still, we got to get the standing wave dash. I mean, we don't have to get the standing wave dash down, but it'd be really useful if we could. We just got to figure out the timing. But alas, I'm going to stubbornly stick with my old ways and refuse to adapt and overcome if it doesn't see fit. Because I think we can just do it this way normally, right? Like, if a game doesn't explicitly teach you how to do something, I've got to assume you're not expected to know how to do it. It's just double wave dashes in a row. It's apparently my kryptonite. Throwback to that one level where we had to do a double wave dash in a row and followed by a wall kick. That was a terrible level. Not like a badly designed, but like bad in execution wise for me. I'm dashing too early. I'm not getting the maximum distance. What the heck? There, dash too early. Yeah, what's the thing? I can't remember. Yeah, like, or what if you had like a really heavy tennis ball, which like, I don't know. What if you had one with like a gyroscope in it, which like spun around erratically? What I'm saying is basically, bring the Neopets equivalent of UU balls into tennis and other ball sports. Like, we don't know what UU ball is. It's the tennis equivalent of, not tennis, what? The Neopets equivalent of like a great sport in the Neopets universe. And it's, I think it's based off some sport, but I don't know what the sport's name is. But we have like these arm rolly things, like these giant curled things on the arm, which you hurl the sport at each other. So I guess it's meant to be kind of like lacrosse, kind of like whatever that sport's called. I can't remember what it's called. I think they play it in like Turkey or something. Anyway, it's based off that. But the thing is, in UU ball, there's like different variations of balls. Like one of them is a Darrigan ball, which are like purposely curves away from where you're trying to. Oh, maybe that's a mutant one. I can't remember, but purposely like curves away from where you're aiming. One of them is like the robot one, which will explode after a short amount of time. So you basically have to play really fast and loose. There's like a magma one, or like if you hold on to it for too long, you automatically drop it because it burns your hands. It's like a fairy one, which only curves or something. Like never flies straight. I can't remember. It's just wild, you know. Imagine if we had that going on. In football, you know, you had like a football which automatically rolls away from players, making dribbling harder. Or like one which was like super bouncy. So you remember the lightest kick ricochets it off into whatever which way direction. That would be interesting, and also probably very chaotic and probably very annoying as any sports player. Because a sports player probably wants a much more consistent sort of rule set rather than one which is constantly evolving. I just think we need more modern sports that aren't afraid to put some weird spice on it. For people like me who don't actually play the sports but just wants to talk about it instead of a YouTube video. Yeah, no. I understand the irony fully. Don't you worry. We need things like Quidditch, except for not Quidditch. Because Quidditch doesn't exist, and also it's a very strange sort of game in the first place, with very arbitrary rule sets. But something weird like that, you know? I wonder what the most recent sport to be invented was. I don't know. I'm trying to think about it. There's that sport where you play like basically squash off a trampoline or something, right? I don't know if that really counts. I don't know, like, I suppose it depends on what metric. You can make up the sport at any sort of time, just sort of like Calvin ball. Just name it after yourself and just make up an arbitrary rule set. And then just be like it's a sport, but I guess it has to be like, is there an international sports committee? Did I walk kick? I might have walk kick. What about that sport game from whatchamacallit? Fantastic Mr. Fox, that's it. I haven't even seen that movie, I just know it because it became a meme a while back. Whereas it had some very arbitrary, complicated rule set. Oh no. The horizontal dash, it gets me once again. I should like get one of those things which shows like my inputs, so I can actually see myself. Do a horizontal input rather than a diagonal input down. I don't know what happened there. It looked like a double dash downwards or something really quickly, so I just cancelled my wave dash. No. Come on. Oh, wrong button. I don't know. So I don't know what the newest sport is, I suppose. Which is an unsatisfying answer. I know I'm like got a lot of new ones which are added to the Olympics, of course. You got skateboarding, you got basketball 3-on-3, you got climbing, you got apparently like breakdancing or something is coming. Like breaking is coming to the Olympics in 2024. Whoever's hosting it. Who's hosting it? Paris? Oh no! The final jump. I didn't wave dash properly and I didn't get my dash back. That's honestly tragic, but you know, well, at least we know we can make it. If it's not actually too much ahead, that's actually all that difficult it seems. It seems like the double wave dash is the hardest part. Yeah, like breakdancing, I'm not disparaging it, that's awesome. Like, dance is a sport in the first place, I suppose, so I don't see why it shouldn't be in the Olympics. Excuse me. Is dancing? No, dance isn't in the Olympics. Why isn't it in the Olympics? It should be in the Olympics. Why is breakdancing going to be the only form of dance in the Olympics? I mean, okay, yeah, you have rhythmic gymnastics and you've got synchronized swimming, which are both artistically performative elements, but to say they're the same as dance, I think is a bit reductive. We need to incorporate dance to so many more sports. Like, imagine if we had like rhythmic football or something. I don't know why I keep going back to football. Let's do something like rhythmic, I don't know, tennis. I already used tennis. Rhythmic badminton. Oh, rhythmic fencing. That would be so cool. You have to basically be dancing the entire time. You're like going in for lunges and you have to go, you can like do it on the beat or like with specific moves and you get points for style. It's like, basically what I want is I want a world where it's like Pokemon, you know, you've got Pokemon gyms, you know, your regular old battle, your vanilla sport, but you also got, you know, Pokemon contests, which are definitely much more up my alley, probably. I don't actually know. Obviously, I'm not a Pokemon trainer, so who knows. We perform in contests and do fancy things like that. You got Pokemon musicals, which was basically Pokemon contests, but, you know, under a different skin. You got Pokemon, you got the Battle Frontiers and that sort of thing, which are all just kind of weird. Which put a spin on your traditional Pokemon battling. That's what it's all about, you know. There's a lot we can learn from a Pokemon world. And how they run their sports systems, it's one of them, I don't know. Come on. I need to, like, get better. I was going to say something quippy, but I couldn't think of anything quippy. I just need to get better. I just need to do it, you know? I just got to believe. I gotta believe. Is the music too loud? I wonder if you can hear me properly. Hopefully you can. Otherwise, I've just been drowned out by this epic saga of just walking again. Music for the past, like, 45 minutes. How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes, got nowhere to run. The night goes on. Horribly out tune. Night goes on as I'm fading away. You know, I guess if anything, we should just be taking after the American Sonic Olympic Games sort of things. We need more dream events in actual sports. Dream skydiving. Like, wait, skydiving? Why is that even in the game? Skydiving is not an Olympic sport. I don't understand that. Maybe it's not called Dream Skydiving. I swear it is. Skydiving should be an Olympic event though. Just like it's an artistic performance thing you can do. But skydiving, I guess it's not very accessible to most countries, though, which makes it a bit prohibitive, doesn't it? Kind of not really in the spirit of Olympic Games. We just need more Olympic sports. They're just fun to watch, right? And I always like a good old change up from routine. Like, wasn't esports being considered for Olympics, or it's actually coming to the Olympics? I don't remember. That's wild. What the heck? It was a fantastic recovery by actually doing a standing wave dash, but then... Sorry, I know it has actual names, I just can't remember what they're called. I just messed it up by doing an immediate wall kick. I don't even know why I'm jumping at this point. No. I felt really good until it didn't. Which is just life, you know? It'll feel good until it doesn't, I don't know. So let's just stop that right in its tracks. Yeah, we need more dream events. We need the Dream Olympics, which is... And I don't mean by the Minecraft YouTuber, I mean the Mario and Sonic. So I guess it's... Why don't we call it, like, the not Pseudo Olympics. Olympics X or something, because I don't know, that's the way people make things cool, especially in the 2000s. You just like add an X to them. X Olympics. Extreme. Well, extreme gives the wrong sort of intonation. More like the Weird Olympics, that's what we need. Weird Olympics. You know? Everything's just weird. Like, we should just mash a load of Olympic sports. That should be an event. It should be the ultimate all-rounder event where basically a giant wheel is spun and then like 3 random Olympic sports are like mashed together. So you might get like, I don't know, diving, skateboard, shooting or something. And then like the competitors don't know what sport they'll be participating in except for like in the Olympic ceremony, like the opening ceremony. They'll spin the wheel and they'll be like, oh no, you know, you got 3 weeks time to practice your Olympic, what did I say? Diving, skateboarding, shooting or something. Which I don't know what that is. I guess you do a skateboard trick off a diving board into a pool, and while you're falling you got to do some skeet shooting or something. Think how awesome that would be. Think how good at literally every sport you would have to be, or at least think how average you'd have to be at every sport to even have a good chance at winning. I guess the problem with that is it's very luck based, isn't it? But like, I'm sure some countries out there would just be like, we don't really have the funding to fund you for 50 different sport training, so we're just gonna like submit a shooter and they'll just sort of wing it on the skateboard and diving sections and sort of just like hope we win. That's what we need. We need the random pentathlon. I mean, the modern pentathlon's already a very random sort of assortment of things. What it is, it's like swimming, running, fencing, horse riding, shooting. Like, I think it's cool, but it's a weird combination. And I read somehow it's basically is meant to be like what people thought at the time was meant to be like useful for like a soldier or something. I can't remember. You know, a soldier needs to run, swim, be able to shoot, ride a horse, and fence, I guess. Horizontal dash. It strikes again. Her dash. Wrong dash, wrong time. That's what should happen. The random pentathlon, like the athletes who are submitted into it are predetermined. Whether during the Olympic ceremony, they spin like a giant wheel, and 5 random sports out of all the Olympics are picked. Or I guess all non-team sports probably makes more sense. I guess you could choose like, I don't know, basketball or something, just be like who kept most free throws in, but that seems a bit strange. So it'd be like, oh, you got, you know, first spin. Ooh, archery, nice, you know, pretty standard sport. Maybe a lot of them are trained in it because archery seems to be quite a ubiquitous sort of sport for pentathlons and that sort of things. And spin again. Ooh, climbing. That's a unique one. There's a very new one, so not many people are very well versed in that sort of thing. Spin again. Ooh, weightlifting. That's going to be a difficult one because I imagine a lot of all-rounder athletes probably aren't particularly built for the massive strength that's expected in weightlifting. So that's going to be very difficult to see, probably even dangerous, so maybe it shouldn't be on there. And then final sport, long jump, you know, and it's at least a sort of track and field thing. It requires a very sort of specific technique, I believe, to actually undergo it. But then you go, there's a modern pentathlon for this time. You know, I can't even remember what I said. Archery. Like, how well will I do in it? Archery? I could do okay. I forgot literally every other sport. I said long jump. I was okay at long jump back in school. Not amazing by any means, but I legit can't remember the other sports I said. Archery, long jump, climbing. I would be terrible at climbing, I can tell you that much. What kind of wave dash is that? I'd be terrible at climbing. Okay. What was the other sports I said? I don't know. I'd probably be bad at all of them, let's be honest. But I want to see that. I want to see more RNG in the Olympic Games. That's what I want. Random crits to happen in the Olympic Games. I want a footballer, 1 in every 100 shots, like clear a ball and it just like becomes a homing shot on the enemy goal or something. It doesn't make any sense. Obviously I don't want that, but what the heck happened there? What happened to my wave dash? I think I must have like accidentally double tap dash or something and then basically dribbled myself along the floor. Oh my word, I can't hold the correct direction I need. I've got to do it. No! It's that jump. I need to do it earlier so I can actually get my dash back. I do it far too close, but I also don't get much vertical height from the previous one, which makes it a bit more difficult. You know what it should be? It should be 4 random sports in the Olympics and then 1 random sport which is not in the Olympics or like event. So it'd be like, oh, you know, you get your 4 sports. You got weightlifting, climbing, 100 meters butterfly, and the 2,000 meters running. I was gonna say hurdles, and I was like, that's not an event. And there's like final sport. Ooh, it's, I don't know, competitive eating or something. Just something wacko like that. And I don't mean Wacko Warner. It's kind of ruined the joke, didn't I? Just something completely off a wall, something completely random and crazy like that. It's like, oh, you know what the final one is? It's bird watching. You have to go find and document yourself finding these birds. You know what the final activity is? Origami making. How many origami cranes can you make in 1 minute? Go. I like the concept of it. It just immediately starts as soon as the wheel spins. That's the first event. But you can make like a grand spectacle of it, everything. I think more people would tune into the Olympics if a random pentathlon was a thing. Like I would. You know what? Maybe it'd even motivate me in school to be like, you know, I'm gonna get involved in sport. I'm gonna be a random pentathlonner. I think I'm a good jack of all trades at different things. How hard could it be to learn, you know, oh, just 100 different sports? Or to a competitive level. It's basically like my desire is I want the most extreme athlon in the Olympics, which is just a medley of all the sports in the Olympics. But you know, that's not very practical. You can't have someone participate in literally every single sport in the Olympics. So this is like a distilled version. Any sport could come up, but only 5 of them you'll have to do. And you know, you've got to prepare all of them in advance. I suppose some years it'll be really weird to be like, oh, you know what happened? You got 5 different swimming events. That's heartbreaking. Or you got like, oh, you know, you got fencing, épée, fencing, saber, fencing, foil, park, skateboarding. What am I doing? City skateboarding, street skateboarding. Sorry, not city. Which I didn't also realise there were 2 different skateboarding like arenas, which makes sense because I mean there's probably different like arrangements in skateboarding parks which feel different to each other, right? You know, skateboarding and park was not really going to be like built in half pipes or anything like that. It was going to be a heck of a lot of ramps and stairs that you skate around. But you know, skateboarding in an actual city, sorry, street skateboarding park, you know, perhaps it's more built with it in mind. It's got these sort of half pipes or rounded out edges and tunnels and that sort of thing. I don't think you really have tunnels now I think about it in skateboarding, but still that sort of thing. They'd be like, you know, cool. Horizontal dash. To be fair, I think I was too low down anyway, so I don't think it would have given me the dash back. Dash back, guarantee. I'm just saying random noises now. I didn't expect to spend the entire episode on this screen, but apparently it's quite a difficult screen. It's my Achilles heel, as you might say. I didn't realise this screen was going to be so difficult. It feels like it's so doable, but the amount of times I've screwed up just by dashing in the wrong direction has been astonishing. Case in point. Why can I not dash the direction I want to? Why does my body do this? What the heck's going on? Something isn't right. I can't remember how the song goes. Hold on. Why can't I see? Why can't I see all the colors that you see? What the heck's going on? Something isn't right. Oh no, I'm black and I'm white. Hot and I'm cold. No. What if I actually just like focus in for a little bit? Apparently that happens. Okay, focus in. Hold on. Focus in a bit better than that, okay? I want to get this done. I'm so close. Because I know I was only going to record 2 episodes today. I don't want to have to come back a week later and be like, oh, I don't remember what I'm doing. Lose all that muscle memory that I built up over the past hour or so. This must be the screen I've spent the longest on. Now. Maybe it's not. It certainly feels like it. To be fair, the other double wave dash one I think I spent quite a long time on as well. Oh, that was way too low down. I didn't have nearly enough distance. No. What? I don't know. My wave dashes are being eaten up in the ether. They're just disappearing. Oh, if I only had a bit more vertical height there. I don't think there was anything I could have done. Like that point I was... No! Maybe it would be easier to do the sort of standing wave dash on that one. I feel like standing wave dash doesn't get you as far. Am I losing my mind? Maybe it does. I find it harder to perform. I mean, I'm already falling onto the platform, so it's sort of just like a, why wouldn't I do a standing wave dash? Or I guess it would be just press jump a tiny bit later when I'm dashing onto that platform to, as I understand it, allow the dash cooldown to reset. Okay. Can I believe it? I can't believe that just happened. It happened again. In the exact same way. It was like deja vu. I've been in this place before. How could this happen? That's actually almost disheartening. If this wasn't a video game, I'd be like, oh, I'm actually genuinely bummed out by that. But you know, I kind of got over it. I'll just do it again. It was just so close, so deliciously close. Apparently I need to dash a lot earlier than expected, or practice what I preach, jump a little bit, just a tiny bit later in those ones where I'm a bit low to the ground. And maybe that will help out. I'm trying to put together what that commenter said. There's someone like, you had to keep the momentum, but you had to jump late enough that the dash can reset while you're on the ground or something. That sounds about right. But you see, I'm jumping too early there. Because there's not much height to gain from that one to even dash from a greater height. And understanding the mechanics will make it certainly easier to employ in these sort of things. that was far too late. That was like a noticeable delay. I've got this. I'm calling it. I'm going to do it. It's going to take me minute 33. That's when I'll get it done. No. No, I can't regress into horizontal wave dashing again. That's not a thing. Stick to the diagonal downs. Okay, focus in, come on. You can do this. You did the Pantheon of Hallownest. You did not much else really. But that's a big gaming achievement. I'm not going to undersell that. It was hard. You did pretty well at Witness. You did... What other games have I even played? I can't remember. Snakebird. Not many skill-based games I play, huh? Okay, perfect. The horizontal dash. That was disheartening. That was truly disheartening. It's back again. It haunts me in my dreams. Reminds me of a time I tried to go on a water park slide and, you know, I was at the top and I was anticipating it because it looked really cool. It was super high, super fast. I was just over recommended height, or I suppose legal height, if anything, to go on it, you know, at the top. Then I was at the top and they pushed me off and I just went horizontally out from the top of the slide instead of going down with it. I thought I'd try and lead that into a sort of joke, but I'm not very good at telling stories, so, you know, it was just boring in both aspects. Look, come on. Is this a game to you? Is it, Celeste? You're toying with me. I know what you're doing. I've seen into your code. You're impurposely changing my diagonal dashes downwards into horizontal dashes just to mess me up. Well, I'm sick of it. Sick of it, I am. No more shall we bend to your whims of programmatic simulation. No more shall we use you as an excuse. No, wait, no more should my excuse be of my own human incompetence and reactions. I've found the source of all evil, and it's located entirely within you and your code. Hidden within the machinations of class calling and variable declarations, I have found it. The source of all my struggles, and it is your petty spite as a computer program which has led to me to this decline of sanity, and I will not stand for it. I will not stand for it, I say. Okay, let's at least see what's going on over here before we... What the heck? That's a tiny jump. You know, we gotta have 5 attempts at this. Oh, we got a dash. I didn't realise. No. Wait, hold on. I actually think we could do this if it's not much longer than that. Maybe. Okay, what? Last attempt. No, okay. That's it. I don't know. Kind of zoned out there for about half an hour. That was a bit weird, but if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Celeste. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares are greatly appreciated. Join me Dear Darling Discord. Follow me on Twitter down below. Hope you can see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye bye for now. I don't know what came over me.